Hello guys, it is Jead, and one of the best features ever from FIFA and FIFA history is coming back to FC26, and that is of course icon swaps. But that is not the only leak that we've got. So today, let's cover icon swaps, all of the Team of the Year leaks that we have got, what we could possibly see in the next few weeks on the game, and is there any investments or is there anything we can be doing on the game right now to take advantage of what is out and what is set to come? Because as you'll see in a second, I'm like 4 million coins invested, so I certainly am. Make sure to subscribe if you are new and you want to see full icon swap guides, which choices to make, all of that good stuff. When we do get icon swaps, we'll get it all over the channel. When we get it, it should be a huge time for the game during Team of the Year and after Team of the Year. Make sure to leave a like if you are excited, because I know I am. A little bit of nostalgia goes a long way with me. But let's jump into it. And guys, if you want to use players like this and just need that little extra boost, then you can get your cheap, fast, and most importantly, safe FC26 coins at eldorado.gg. They have 24/7 support, a money-back guarantee, and you can use code JEAD at checkout to get another 5% off your order. Link is in the description. Right, we're going to cover three main things today. I want to cover what's on the game right now, and more importantly, what sort of prep can you be doing for Team of the Year, because there's a lot of things that are expiring or people are missing that I think we need to make sure we are getting done for Team of the Year, rather, in terms of pack saving and all that good stuff, basically with content and what's out on the game, right? Then number two, let's jump into icon swaps and the leaks. What can we expect from icon swaps? And if you are new to the game and you've not played the last few years and you don't know what icon swaps is, we'll cover all of that as well. And then, of course, number three, let's talk flips and investments, because as you can see, I'm no longer on 5 million coins. We are on 1.2. So what are we in on? What have we set to invest in? It's something we spoke about previously in the week, and we'll talk about this Zico as well a little bit later on. Starting with content, of course, and it's interesting because there's some things right now that you need to go and complete, and then there's some things that you just have to avoid if you want any chance during Team of the Year, right? We got Gareth Bale SBC yesterday, 17 squads. If you're wondering why I've done a segment, I've been doing the loan to get unassigned glitch, so more on that later when we talk investments. But basically avoid this, boys. It's a 1.1 million coin SBC. I said this in the other day's video. Basically, EA try and drain your fodder for Team of the Year. So what they do is, big SBCs, you go, oh my god, it's Bale, I've got to go complete this SBC. Drain all your fodder, and the reason they do it is that in theory, because you've got nothing in your club, you're more likely to open store packs when Team of the Year comes out. So don't fall for some of these crappy SBCs early on in the week. Bale's not the only one we'll get. I'm sure we'll get other big SBCs that are not worth doing. Save yourself for some of the nice flashbacks and Team of the Year, honorable mentions, all that good stuff we should get later on in the week and just in the Team of the Year promo in general. The only other SBC of note was the base hero pick, where you get base hero, ultimate screen, prime time. Again, it's a fodder drain. EA know a lot of people like gambling. They know a lot of you guys might go and do this to try and get, I don't know, a hazard or something. But basically, again, another fodder drain. Avoid this like the plague, right? However, onto the good content. We did, of course, get the World Tour Silver Superstars League. I know a lot of you guys are against doing the Silver League. I'm not against it, but just a time thing. It's not your jam. But with how easy a lot of the silver icons are, go and check your club. I guarantee you've got a half-decent silver team, and this is a must-complete for most people, right? Ignore the starter rewards, but if you start from the bottom, as you can see, you get a playstyle evolution that gives Tiki-Taka Plus to any card, pretty much. I think it's a max 86 rated, where it gives Tiki-Taka Plus. You get another evolution, which I think is for defenders, and what it does is it gives all the centre-back roles an intercept base, and we know that intercept base is probably the most broken, at least the most broken defensive playstyle on the game. So it's worth it for those alone. But on top of that, 3 times 85, 3 times 84, 10 times 82, 10 times 81, and a 5 times 86, which all go in the pack save for Team of the Year. If you've got time on the game, you have to go and, do that silver tournament. But not before, again, we spoke about this the other day, you go and do the Ultimate Gauntlet 8. As you can see, there is 5 hours, 25 minutes. It's recording this, even less probably when you're watching this, and hopefully it's not expired. You get so many good packs from these rewards at 3 times 88, 3 times 87. I don't want to harp on about it. We spoke about it a lot recently. But for the pack save, I'm going to go and do this as soon as I finish recording this video and getting uploaded for you guys. Go and do this. It is free packs and some of the best packs possible for Team of the Year. And of course, we're going to start doing this more in these market watch type videos where we talk about what's expiring, because there's other things that are expiring on the game which I think you need to go and complete. One of them is possibly for you, the Plenty of Time evolution. Now again, I will keep you guys updated with these evolutions as we go along and how I decide to build them. But this guy is going to be an absolute beast, right? This was going to expire tomorrow. This is the Plenty of Time. It actually expires today, sorry, I think. It's 6 o'clock, right? So it's 6 o'clock today, Monday. This Plenty of Time evolution expires. Of course, it's 40,000 coins, but that is why I trade for evolutions. And I did this guy because he has finesse base on his card. He also had the striker position on his card. And as you can see, for an 80 rated, he has some beautiful base play styles and some nice in-game stats. I'm working on him. We've, of course, got this Walker Evo in Star in Motion the other day. But that Plenty of Time evolution does expire expire. So make sure you go and complete that if you want to do it for 40,000 coins before 6 o'clock today. The only other evolution that expires that you need to know about very soon is Relentless. That also expires at 6 o'clock today. A lot of you guys will have got this in a reward, so go and check. You get Relentless Plus. Not a good playstyle plus, but to be honest, if you want to throw it on a card, maybe a midfielder, maybe a left back or a right back, it can be good for as well. Go and do so. Again, don't love it as a playstyle plus. As you can see, I'm not willing to use it right now, but it could be good for a card when we start getting two, 3 playstyle plus cards later down the line. Maybe you could set up someone for an Evo nice and early on, right? And just in case, for whatever reason, you are a Leverkusen fan, maybe, I don't know, this Hoffman expires today as well at 6 o'clock. But let's be honest, no one is really completing that card. I'd be interested to know how many people in the world have even touched that card, but he does expire today if you want to go and do that as well, right? But as you can see, the content is not too overwhelming right now. EA are getting us ready for Team of the Year. This is the sort of final days of Time Warp, but EA are trying to keep it very chilled, keep it very low down, so that when Team of the Year comes, it feels like a nice big promo. There's only one other thing that you need to know about, and that is, of course, FC Pro, as some of the games are played today, and we could see some price rises, possibly for investments, but it's very, very risky if you get involved in the wrong cards, right? So I saw that Nate was talking about this today, and again, it is worth reiterating that the only point worth mentioning really here is Manu, because the other two are basically through. He's probably the favourite to go through out of, who's left to get that third spot and qualify, because whoever qualifies, I believe, get the second playstyle plus. But not only that, his card is very interesting, because he, of course, has the Joshua Zirkzee Pro card. Now, the reason that is so interesting is if you take a look at this Zirkzee's price, he's about 20,000 coins. He was even 19 this morning. He's up at 23, right? This card does have a lot of supply, but basically, one of the playstyles that Manu would get to choose if this gets a second playstyle plus is Finesse. So this card pretty much guaranteed will get Finesse plus. And as you can see from the upgrades here, right? Earn 10 points, he gets a plus overall, so we could see a +1. Earn 16 points, we could see a +2. I don't think you'll see that. I think what you will see is Manu qualifies. You'll see another overall and a playstyle plus, right? And what that means is basically this card will go to an 88 with Finesse shot plus. Now, 88, again, it could be 86, 87 pace probably, 87 shooting, 85 passing, 88 dribbling, and 88 physical. And with Finesse shot plus, you can see how that's definitely more than a 23,000 coin card when he has 4-star skill moves and 5-star weak foot. Now, you are essentially gambling if you go and buy it 23k, and then Manu, you're, hoping for him to go and win. But just keep an eye on that card, right? I'm not getting involved. This card's got a lot of supply, and I don't like gambling on these cards. But you did see it with Darwin Núñez's FC Pro card, that when the FC Pro event was going on last week, this card had a crazy rise all the way down from 39 at his lowest. He crept up towards 70,000 coins, hit 104 as Anders was playing. This guy's getting a second playstyle plus as well. He's already has his upgrade, and as you can see, the card's starting to look a little bit sexy, right? So you should see the same with Zirkzee, so just keep an eye on that as well. Well, it is leaks time. It is leaks time. Let's jump into icon swaps and all that good stuff. What we can see on the game, what icon swaps should bring, and all that juice, right? Just before we do that, again, you can see Sheriff here talking about the star performers that could look good this week with Endrick and Rafinha. Did you guys watch the El Clasico? It was an amazing game. We were streaming live on Twitch and we missed it, so I didn't get to see the game. Let me know what you guys think, right? Barca 3-2, red card. The game had a little bit of everything. Again, didn't get to watch it, but what did you guys think of El Clasico? And could we see a star performer, Rafinha, or will he just be in Team of the Year? Who knows, right? But let's jump into icon swaps. Let me fully explain icon swaps as quick as possible for you that might not understand it, or you've never played it before, right? You're new to FIFA. Essentially, as you can see here, this was the first installment of icon swaps. So this is a little bit outdated in terms of what the rewards would be this year. But as you can see, there's tokens, you can see it there, and icons as rewards. And it gets a lot easier if we show it on screen. Look at Nepenthes, which is that beautiful bleach blonde hair. This was a screenshot from FIFA 20. And what you can see is these was an icon swaps like section in the SBC segment, and you would exchange 20 tokens, 20 tokens, 23 tokens. I think Gerard was probably 18 or 19 tokens to get icons, right? That's how it first started and why it was called icon swaps. And as you guys, I'm sure, will know, later on in the year, as it progressed, it got more to fodder swaps, where EA would give you a choice between icons, and then for other sets of tokens, like maybe for 20 tokens here, there would be like an 84 times 20, an 85 times 10, other stuff like that. And I think we could see some different rewards this year with how the game has gone recently. But that is the concept, right? You'll get the tokens in SBCs, in objectives, all that good stuff. So there might be an objective, score X amount of goals with a certain nation or a certain club. And you can often see then them nations and clubs spike because everyone does icon swaps. Let me reiterate that. Everyone does icon swaps. It actually gives us a few ideas to trade, especially on a low budget. One of the examples of this is solution trading. If you're aware of FC26, FC25 solution trading, you can basically use Footbin's active SBCs, go to some of the challenges that come out, like marquee matchups, or when we get challenge SBCs during Black Friday. And if you're the first to the solution that comes up on Footbin, you can often then buy them cards. They spike in price. People, go and buy them for the SBCs, whatever. The reason I say this, and it could be a huge coin maker, keep an eye out for it, is sometimes these swap tokens, which are often little bronze cards. So it's literally a bronze card as a special rarity called a token, and you will submit it into these SBCs, right? Often those bronze cards, at least some of them, you get from the SBCs tab in challenges, right? And it's something like 31 chemistry SBCs that are like 80 rated, and they require a lot of different like league and nation requirements. So everyone uses footman solutions. They're an amazing way to solution trade on a low budget, and maybe we'll talk about that more in the future. But are you guys hyped for icon swaps? I definitely am, right? I don't know what I'd want to see as rewards, maybe certain big end icons, hopefully team of the year icons, hopefully promo icons, and maybe even evolutions, right? This is my theory. Rather than Ronaldinho, rather than John Barnes, could we see an evolution, like a second playstyle plus? You get to choose between Ronaldinho, Vieira, Del Piero, Hernandez, but in there, you've got Intercept plus, Tiki Taka plus, or maybe an evolution that takes your bronze card to like a team of the year level card, or maybe I'm asking for a lot there, but I think if they put it behind like a 30 token, one of the final rewards, and it took a bronze card, it's like a team of the year level card, like 2 playstyle pluses, I think that would be insane, and so many people will grind for those tokens, right? But even looking at some of these tweets today, does any of you guys get nostalgia from some of this? If you guys are new to the game, you might not understand, right? But this is what FIFA was back in the day. Some of the early icon swaps, I remember submitting probably somewhere like 5 to 7 tokens, little tokens we collect for this Guardiola card early on in the game, and then even more for this Nesta card. Everyone was running these. Icon swaps is some of the most completed objectives in the entire game, and if there's any good value cards on here, I'll get videos posted about it. I'll make sure to let you guys know I'm really, really excited for talking about the choices and what we're all going to be doing, right? It just brings a lot of hype to the game, and by the sounds of it, guys, EA are looking to do this 2 weeks, I think they said. Yeah, expect to release in 2 weeks, which should be during or just after Team of the Year. And I think what we're going to try and do is keep the hype high. So Team of the Year is there, Team of the Year, everyone's on the game, and then normally afterwards, everyone sort of rolls off and waits till Team of the Season. This could keep the hype very high, which is very interesting for the market as well, when we talk about some higher end meta flips later on in the video, right? But of course, as I said earlier, they were not the only leaks we've got, and the market is starting to crash because Team of the Year leaks are here, starting with the icons are coming first. Not official stats, not official playstyles, but yes, these are official cards coming to the game. Thuram, Team of the Year icon. Jorginho, Team of the Year icon. And the big one that everyone is talking about, of course, is Zlatan, Team of the Year icon. Now, these are impacts, right? We've not had any of the SBC cards leaks. These are going to be an icon team 1. Normally in icon team 1, we obviously don't get a full team. We might get 5 or 6 cards. So we could see a few of the cards leaked for icon team 1. But it looks to me like these might be the 3 big ones. And then we could see some lower rated ones like a Nedved or a Hadji or whatever we get, right? Hopefully some of these cards are in icon swaps, EA. If you are listening, please do that for us. What price is that Ibra going to have? What price is these Jorginho going to have? How rare are they going to be? But the market is definitely reacting. In fact, if we go to FUTGG momentum trends, you're seeing some huge cards come down on this 24-hour, right? Some of the time warp cards, this Mateus card is down 140,000 coins. And if you look at this week, right, he got all the way up to 2 million coins, and he's now coming down to 1.85 million coins. And we've seen so many examples of this, right? You've seen the Zico on our transfer list earlier. We actually bought that live on stream just to play FUT Champs with. So GG's if you were there. Comment down below, were you there watching me cook with Zico? And actually, he's a bit of a fraud, to be honest. But we then sold him for profit because he dropped ridiculously overnight. This Rodri card, a lot of centre mids are dropping, as we can see. Earlier on in the week, he was 475. He's now down at 427. And there could definitely be some opportunities for flips. I'm going to walk you through how I think you could start to flip some higher end cards if you're on a higher end budget. And basically, it all comes down to rarity, right? This card, like CR7 Flashback, is obviously a little bit interesting because he is still in packs. But I think the cards you could look to flip very soon are rare cards. Now, I'll show you what I'm invested in later. It's not anything like these high end meta cards. But basically, some of these cards have barely any supply on the market. And that is very interesting for flips, right? If we go back to that Rodri card from before, this card does not have a lot of supply on the market. If he gets too low, people will buy this card for their team again because look how good his playstyles are, and he will rise. As you can see here, even with people selling Rodri, there's less than 4 pages on the entire market, right? Which again, is not like crazy amounts of rare supply, but it is definitely not a lot of supply. And all that means is these are the type of cards we can see nice bounces on. Another one that has dropped recently is Teo Hernandez's Thunderstruck. And he's another one in the similar boat as Rodri, where he has a little bit of supply. But as you can see, for him, it's about 3.5 pages as well. And this card is starting to drop, and it is still one of the best left backs in the entire game that a lot of the pros like to use. So again, I'm not saying flip these cards right now, but you're going to see the entire market continue to crash and panic as we get more leaks in the next few days, and they're going to have to bottom out eventually. And people, remember, are still going to need to buy a weekend league team for Friday. So I think what you could see is some of these ridiculous meta cards actually start to low out on today, tomorrow, Wednesday, or Thursday, and then they rise on Friday night as people buy weekend league teams. And I'm so tempted to join in and flip some of these cards. But instead of recommending that to everyone, I will give you guys some safe investments a little bit later on that we can all make and not, hopefully lose coins on. Because if you get on the wrong side of some of these flips, it could start to get dangerous. Look at this, guys, as well. I've just got on the index of Footbin. This is when we started getting Team of the Year leaks. We get the Team of the Year leaks, and look what happened to the market. It absolutely started to crush down. And I'm going to guess icons are very similar. I seen some insane deals last night, like the Zico. They got high in the night, and these icons, again, they're just heading one way. If you look at the daily on these icons, they are only heading one way. And that is down into Team of the Year. Now, of course, they will low out, and I think we can actually buy some of these ready for Team of the Year Weekend League, and we'll talk about that later in the week. But honestly, there are some amazing flip potentials in the next few days. I'll give you guys some of my favorite cards that I think you should take a look at. A lot of them are ones we spoke about before, and a lot of it is link investments, right? We have called this to Sagan constantly at 65 to 68,000 coins, and as you can see, he keeps getting there throughout the day. If this card ever gets again down to 60 to 70,000 coins, anything below 70, I think this card is an amazing link investment with how many Barcelona players and possible German players we have coming to Team of the Year and honourable mentions, right? Some of the other cards you see in Time Warp is the other goalkeepers. This Alright card, obviously it's a little bit annoying that him and Neuer's Unbreakables have the same links. They probably cancel each other out a little bit, which lowers their price. But I think this card, who is at below 12,000 coins at points, if you can get this card below 12,000 coins, a lovely one to hold, as no one's opened packs this week. And this card is, again, too rare for how low rated it is, right? The other goalkeeper, of course, everyone is hyped about is David De Gea. He is 50,000 coins. I think if you can get this guy as an absolute low, which will probably be around 45 to 50,000 coins, maybe even 40 a little bit later on in the week, this guy could fly during the first Team of the Year Weekend League with those Spanish links. Yes, he gets full chemistry, but he helps give Spanish links to those other cards in your team. And it's David De Gea, right? People love this card. He has far reach. He has footwork plus, as well as ping deflector. Honestly, amazing card. Another one I'm interested in investing in. And again, apart from that, it's rare cards, right? I'm not going to go through all the cards on the game, but it's so many rare cards. The Time Warp cards are rare because no one's open packed. Look to flip them cards. Some icons, right? Be very careful with icons while we're still getting icon swap leaks, because again, if we got this Zico that I bought yesterday and then he came out to be leaked in icon swaps, you best believe his price will fall. And even now, I bought this card for 1.61, sold it for 1.71, made like 10k because it was just a buy for Weekend League. He's gone down even further. Be very careful with these high-end flips, but if you want to get involved, there's definitely profits to be made. Right, leave a like on the video if these help you out, boys. As you can tell, I'm just excited for icon swaps and Team of the Year. Let's jump into investments, right? Let's jump into what I'm in on, what you can be in on. We're going to try and be safe this week. Small, safe profits, because we don't want to be losing coins ready for Team of the Year, and that is what this section is all about, right? Can we make some small, safe profits on any budget? Still, I think this card is great. He has gone even lower like we predicted, and I think the buy time for this card is either now at 14,000 coins on bids, or to be honest, you could wait for Tuesday, tomorrow, after 6 p.m, when both of the upgrade SBCs that require Team of the Weeks will expire, and he could drop even further if he's just still fodder to sort of 13,000 coins, right? If this guy gets anywhere near 13 or 12,000 coins, I might flood the club and sell. I go for this guy, man. Like, he's too good for Evos. We see what happened to his 83. Again, look what's happening to this Cherky card that we called the other week. He is just rising and rising and rising, and he probably won't stop there. So that Furman is number one. But of course, we've got to talk about fodder. Everyone is talking about fodder. What do I think about fodder, and what do I think that everyone should do? Well, number one is that these low rated just seem so safe. These 85s at 2.9 thousand coins right now, I don't get how you can go wrong with them, right? These after content are going to creep up, even if they creep up to 3.4 and 3.5 thousand coins, which means you could sell them at 3.7 on lazies. That is such free profit. So if you can get these at 2.8, 2.7 on bids, or even 2.9 on just regular buys, I don't mind that one bit, right? Another rating that I absolutely love right now, 87s just keep creeping down. If you can get these on 4.5, 4.6, or 4.7 thousand coins on bids, I don't think there is anything wrong with that at all. These cards could keep dropping as people panic for Team of the Year and stuff, so you do want to be getting them on bids if possible. And another rating that is just insane right now is 88, right? 88 that were 9,000 coins as recently as last night. They were actually 9.7 thousand coins on Wednesday as well. They're now getting below 8,000 coins. Again, Get these on bids for 7.9, 7.8. It's not too hard. And if you want, I will drop all the bidding filters in the Discord today. Look in the Geed post channel. I probably won't ping everyone because I don't want to make, you guys go into bidding wars with everyone else. But get in the free Discord and look for those bidding filters. 88 for below 8,000 coins. It's just mental with some of the SBCs we could get this week. 89s could be great, but you really want to get below 17,000 coins, and they could be a great investment if you're on a higher budget. And of course, then we've got to talk about Team of the Weeks. Team of the Weeks right now are hard stuck at 14,500 coins, but loads of you guys in the Discord this morning, I was reading through the chat, and you were winning them on bids at 11 and 12,000 coins, early hours UK when no one's on the game. And honestly, today and tomorrow morning is the last time that we can guarantee profit doing that. So basically in the morning, just bid at 11, 12,000 coins. They still sell at 14, but no one's looking at bids, right? I promise you'll win some cards, but you want to be selling these cards by Tuesday, the latest. And the reason for that is because we could not get these refreshing, the upgrades like the 85 times 2 and the 82 times 10 that require Team of the Weeks. And if the new upgrades that we get from EA don't require Team of the Weeks, you are cooked alive, right? These will fall down. So I would not hold these into Tuesday content. I just don't want to risk it, right? If they expire and we get nothing back, honestly, huge risk. But if you want to get them on bids, absolutely fine. I don't think they're a best, long-term investment. I don't think you should invest in them at this price. We could see them at 17,000 coins if EA give us something stupid on Tuesday that requires a Team of the Week and it's just overpowered. But you are gambling your money with that one. So I prefer to get these on bids at 11 and 12, sell them on lazies and content today, and possibly into tomorrow before content for like 15, 16,000 coins. Definitely some profit to be made there. But with how cheap fodder is getting, look at them 88s and 87s prices. That is almost unbelievable. What if they fall even further, right? These were slightly more expensive this morning, and they've dropped even further to below 8,000 coins. So that is ridiculous. I'm in on some of these cards. Let me jump over to the console and I'll show you exactly what I've bought. Okay, so we are unassigned, but I have bought 88s. Now, I got these for 8.3 thousand coins for most of them. Some of them are 82, some of them are 81, but most of them, don't worry, I've not got ridiculous prices at 8.3. Now, I bought at 8.3 because I had to try and spend 4 million coins, and trying to get bids on snipes on about 300 or 400 cards is near impossible. But as you will see, I am unassigned, right? I am unassigned on so many of these cards, and I might go and buy more. I just need to do more, like as you've seen with the Ashley Cole SBC earlier and the Bale SBC, where I've completed a segment for the loan. I basically need to do the unassigned glitch a couple more times to buy more cards. I might go 1.2 million coins into fodder, but there's something really, really important you need to know with these 88s and any fodder you buy, right? Any fodder, literally any fodder you buy, you do not hold it into Friday content. A lot of people ask me, when are we holding fodder for, right? When is the sell time? It could change. If EA, or you see the leakers, leak some insane Team of the Year warm-up flashback SBCs, best believe we're going to hold our fodder. If nothing gets leaked, it could just flatten out, and I'm fine with that, right? We could see 88s go from 8k to 8.5k or 8.4k, and they kind of flatten out, and they're not really worth it after tax or whatever. That's absolutely fine, right? We're looking for safe, boring investments because Team of the Year is around the corner and we don't want to risk coins. That's absolutely fine with me. What I don't want to be doing is investing in high risk cards. As you can see, I've still got some of the 89s from last week. I'm going to hold these again if we get more SBCs. These were bought at 17.5 and they're about the same price right now. So I'm going to hold them. But the rest of my coins are in 88s, right? So sell time is going to be like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It will depend on SBCs. If 88s go back to 10k, 12k, they'll probably more realistically get more towards 9k, and I'm fine with that cheap, safe profit. And 85s could be great at a lower budget as well, but do not hold any of the cards into Friday. Please don't do that mistake. Right, guys, there is loads coming with icon swaps these next few weeks with Team of the Year. You've got to make sure, subscribe if you are new. I'm going to be trying to get as much out as possible for you guys, whether that's guides, trading, fodder grinds, whatever you guys want to see. Let me know down below in the comments what would help the most with icon swaps and Team of the Year. I'm definitely down to listen to your, some of your guys' advice for videos. What do you need before Team of the Year? What do you need during Team of the Year? And what do you guys need for icon swaps? And I will try and help deliver, right? Leave any questions and comments down below. I'll make sure to get to as many as physically possible if you are early to the video. And like always, boys, until next time, I'll see you all in a bizzle.